Hello, my sewing friends. I wanted to give you a state of brain update in terms of what's going on with my sewing room table and in my brain and the relationship between the two. Mainly because I keep saying that I'm going to do a February makes video and I keep not getting it done. Right now, it is the middle of March, and I am not seeing that I'm going to get it done anytime in the next few days, and that means that it's going to edge towards the end of March. So, you know what? This whole monthly makes thing is a great idea, but I am struggling with it. So I think maybe what I'm going to do is what T over at Main Course does, which is just every couple of things that I make, I will just do a video about. That way, number one, the video isn't 100 years long, and number two, I can do it on a regular basis. What a concept! The brain does function on some kind of a level sometimes. Okay, so first of all, tyranny of the urgent. We have this March Madness Maxi situation going on, and I'm working on it. But this doesn't fit me right now. Or, well, I shouldn't say that. It fits, but it doesn't look like the front of the envelope, which is really what appealed to me. And also, this was published in 1974. So I have had numerous conversations with my mom about it, and she has no memory of this dress, which kind of dampens the nostalgia, you know? So I am debating on cutting my losses and shifting it all up. So this is a problem. So my brain is having a little trouble coping with this, but I'm gonna go up, I'm gonna go up through my my vintage patterns again, see if I find anything that I like, which I think I will actually. There were some things up there that I had my eye on before I thought about that. So that's in the works, but it's not moving very fast. Part of my February makes was this, McCalls 7871. I made this because in early February I was going up, by the way, that's view A. I was going up north where it was cold, and I thought I really just want a sweatshirty kind of thing to wear. And so a couple of days before I left, I pulled this blue knit out, and I made it. And as soon as I got it on the cutting table, I realized it's an old sheet that I had for a twin-size bed back when my kids had twin-size beds. Now, they've all moved out and been on their own for, a couple of years now. So nobody has a twin-size bed anymore, and of course, I kept all the sheets. So this is not great fabric. If you're going to use a sheet, it's better to use a cotton sheet for something that you're going to make, especially a nightgown, because what greater thing to sleep in than a sheet. It's like sleeping naked, except you're wearing a nightgown. Yeah. Anyway, so I made this, and then I realized it's got ink on it. I don't know if you can see that. I think that came from me stupidly laying a piece of tracing paper on top of it or near it or something. And I don't know if I was using permanent marker or if this air marker just didn't come out, which is feast or famine. Don't you find? Because those air markers, by the time I get to where I need to sew the seam, even if it's half an hour later, the mark is gone because of the air marking. It evaporates, the ink evaporates with the air. Anyway, that's another irritation and problem for another day. This video is chock full of problems, so let's just move on. So I love this. I'm gonna wear it around the house. I have been wearing it around the house. I did extend the sleeve a little bit, but that was no big deal. It does have a 3/4 length sleeve here. And let me show you the line drawings, because isn't that a cool top? It's just, I love it. I am kind of mad at myself that I ended up, messing it up and not being able to wear it. But I want to make it again, and because it's so loose fitting, I want to try doing it in maybe a rayon or some kind of a lightweight woven. Mainly because it has these pockets with welts, and if I really put my hands in the pockets, it drags down the pocket on the inside, so I didn't I wasn't thrilled about that, but I think if you use like a fleece, like a sweatshirt fleece, maybe, that might really be a great thing to use. It does say to do this, to stabilize all of the edges with interfacing. So strips of interfacing, which by the way, you can get at Waywack for a deal. So anyway, I love this, but I'm only going to wear it around the house, and I do want to make it again. So you know what? Here's what I was thinking. If you would like for me to do a sew-along for, again, this or this, let me know, and I will. I've never done a sew-along, but I would be willing to give it a try. So, especially if I'm going to do this with a woven, where it calls for stretch knits, moderate, 35% cross grain. I think if you did this with a jersey, it would be too light. But a light woven might have enough stability. Okay, so that's number one. I did get that done in February, early February. I finally finished this, yay! This was on my dress form for so long. I had so many problems trying to, self-create it. It is Butterick 5000. It's the cutest little thing. I thought, 2 hours and done. Of course not, because I made it way harder than it needed to be. But I want to talk about this in another video because I had a problem and then I had to make it work moment. So I want to talk to you about that in a quick tip video so that if you ever run into this problem, you'll be able to solve it the way I did. I did add pockets, and it just, there it is. So I'll talk about that another time. Next up is that right there. That is Butterick 6185, this one, and it doesn't fit. So I need to make it fit, and I just haven't had the time because of other tyranny of the urgent sorts of things to get in there. I'm going to cut the sleeves differently, and I'm going to put some darts in the back. So the darts are pinched in on the dress form, but they're not sewn in. I've taken off the bottom part of the armhole binding because I'm just going to cut the rest off. And so that part's done. I have scrap fabric that I can use to make a new binding if that one's not long enough. So, okay, so that's a simple fix. But again, tyranny of the urgent. I haven't been able to get to it. Okay, then I finished these, which are adorable. This is Simplicity, say that 10 times. Simplicity 8956. These are adorable. I made them out of a microfiber suede, micro suede that I had. I had no idea I had this, and I made them, and they're so cute. And they were a little bit too big. In that, here they are, in that the legs were so wide, and the legs are kind of wide on here. They don't look as wide here as they do here. But I just didn't like it. I thought they just looked too big. And because I'm short-waisted, they come up high, and I thought, oh, well. So I went in and I really pared down the legs, the stovepipe kind of leg on them, and that seemed to fix the problem. Now I did think about these later, and I thought, pants that zip up the back, how are you going to navigate those when it comes to going to the bathroom? I guess, not a big deal. It's probably an easier thing to do that than it would be if you were wearing a jumpsuit. Yeah, no thank you. So then I realized I have nothing to wear with these. Why does this keep happening to me? I have this great idea, and then I think, yeah, no, I have nothing. So I do have this, and I found this, because it really needs to be a top that doesn't button up the front, because you've got this business going on. This right here, which draws attention to the top of the waistband, and this is really flattering, but you don't want to detract from that with something that buttons up the front or does something, and it does really need to have a sleeve. So I've been meaning to make this for a while, and then I found this, which is actually, I thought it was fabric. It's actually a sheet, a microfiber sheet. So I went to unroll it, and I came across 2 king-size pillowcases. Oh my goodness. So that I need to make to go with this. Yet another reason. I made these in February, but they didn't fit, and I don't have anything to wear with them. So yeah, those will be a make for another day. But I really want to get that top done. Okay, then I was going to go to a book festival. Actually, this weekend. It's the Tucson Book Festival. I do it every year with my good friend Karen. We have a blast. And the coronavirus necessitated the canceling of the festival, which really bummed me out because I was looking so forward to being with Karen. Well, I knew I was going to have something new to wear. So I had McCalls 7906, which I have made before, and I knew was going to be a pretty quick sew because anytime you've done it before, you've worked out the kinks. So really cute little skirt. Works great. So I made the short version, kind of the short version. I think I really made about that version. And I made the one that ties, this one. So that's view D. I just didn't make it that long. And I used some, what I thought was denim, but it's really more of like, actually this is like a home deck fabric. And then I didn't have buttons because I have 10,000 buttons, and of course I didn't have any buttons that matched, so I had to go get buttons, but I did that at Hobby Lobby the other day, and this turned out adorable. It is so stinking cute on, so I will include this in my March videos since sometime, or my recent makes, I don't know, I'll do something with it. But it's so cute. It's just so cute. Well, then I needed a top. So I picked up a vintage McCalls 2818. Thought, oh, this is perfect. So yes, it is. Do I have it made yet? No. Because I screeched everything to a halt when I knew that I wasn't going to be able to go to Tucson. Anyway, it's going to match great. And it does. It button up the back. So you make it out of a woven rather than a knit. So very cute. I've been wanting to make this for years and years and years and years. I never have. So now is the time. So I'm making it out of this blue, which you can see. It's another sheet. But boy, does it match perfectly with this skirt. So that's going to be adorable. And I really want to get it done now so I can wear this. But tyranny of the urgent. It's like, it's not very high up. Well, it's, I don't know, 3 or 4 projects down on the, got to get that done. Okay, so there's that one. And then this is Simplicity 8882. And I made it out of this really cute quilting cotton, which I love. So I wore this 2 days ago, and I realized it was a little bit short. So I brought it in to the sewing room on the day that I wore it, later that evening, and I let the hem out. Yeah, made it longer. And the day I wore it, I realized it really does need pockets, because whenever I'm out and around, I just throw things in my pockets. Like, I don't want to have to walk around with my phone in my hand and my keys in the other, because that's all I need. My wallet is on the back of my phone, so I don't want to drag my purse around unless I actually have to. So I need pockets, and this didn't have any. Well, I happen to have some extra fabric, so I thought I would do some patch pockets on this. Those would be easy. I can zhuzh them up with, I don't know, envelope looking pockets, or I don't know. I'll look at some patch pockets and see what I can find. Anyway, so, you know, this is one of those quick little things that you go, oh yeah, I can get that done in half an hour. No, it's going to take a little longer than that, but it won't take that long. And yet, tyranny of the urgent. It's like, that will only take me a couple of minutes, so I'll go ahead and do it, and that gets, of course, shifted to the top. Yeah. Anyway, so there is that. Those are all the things I have going right now. And honestly, that maxi dress needs to be way at the top of the list. So I really need to concentrate on that. And yet, all these little things that I know aren't going to take very long, I really want to do. Is this a first world problem? Could this be more of a first world problem? Oh my goodness. No, and we're all stuck in our sewing rooms because, if we're all smart, we're not going anywhere because, apparently this virus is either going to kill everybody or we're going to be out of hand sanitizer in every store for the foreseeable next 50 years. Oh, not to make light of it, but, if the president's going to come on and make a statement about it, they're taking it seriously, which is a good thing. Yeah. Anyway, let me know what you think about the state of my brain and the state of your brain and what you're working on, what you're doing, and how you deal with this complete list of things that just drive you crazy. Let me know about that. And that's it for now for me, because clearly I have sewing to do. I'll talk to you soon, and thanks for watching.